boys and girls. My name is Mike Kelly, Real Illusion Forum, and other places. Anyway, one of my subscribers, I think, but anyway, somebody on the channel commented he wanted to animate a skin color changing. Okay, there's a whole ton of ways that you can do this, but the easiest way is here's a skin color. You could drop in like a movie file here, and it'll play, and then whatever changes in that movie file will be reflected here. But you don't actually have to create a movie file. You can simply, it's too bad that you can't do this. You can adjust color here, for example. You can adjust this. So if we move to this here and we adjust the hue, make it a different color. Unfortunately, that isn't animated. You can see if I go back there, it doesn't animate. So we can't use that to adjust the color, but you can animate this diffuse color, which is, if it's white, then it uses that diffuse color. But if it changes, so if we go here to here and we change that to some other color, let's say it's pinkish there, and so now that will animate. So now you can see that change of that color will animate, and that's useful. You can use it that way. A lot of times, though, you don't want to animate the whole color of a texture. You simply want to animate parts of the color. For example, if this is a boxer and he's getting hit on, you might want to animate some bruises appearing on him or something. So this technique won't work for you. So in that particular case, what we want to do, so he's not going to animate there, is we want to take, we can use the blend channel, for example, and anything you put in the blend channel will be put on top of this and put in different relationships. So, for example, if you come in here to blend, and actually, let's create one. Let's go first. So what I did was I took the base color of his chest here, and I moved it into Photoshop. And so we're going to create a new layer. You can do this, of course, in any program you want, but I'm just going to create a layer. And this way I can paint over the layer. And I have this pinkish color, so I can kind of paint. Let's say somebody's pounding his tummy, so they're doing that. And that's a little too bright, so I actually kind of want to blur this out a little bit. That may be a little too blurred, but actually let me try adding that blur on there. Again, we'll just change it to be too much. Okay, that a little bit. There we go. Okay, so he's getting pounded in the tummy there. So we'll save that, and then what we'll do is we'll create a JPEG from this. So we'll export it as a JPEG. Can't export it as a PNG. PNGs won't work in here, so I have to export as a JPEG, and we will do that, and we'll call it Body Punch. Guys work on the body. It's always good to work the body. They don't show much boxing nowadays, but anyway, so we bring in the blender and we go to Body Punch and bring that in. And the first thing you'll see is that it doesn't appear like it's done a lot. Well, you have to choose what kind of thing happens to it. And also we have the strength down here is 0. So right now we're set for multiply. You can multiply, addition, and overlay. And if we turn the strength all the way up, you'll see his belly's now getting punched. So, and once again, that's animatable. So you can turn down the punching. This would be, we did it in reverse order. So as he gets punched more and more, the redness goes away. But that's one way of doing it. And then you can try different ways of doing this. Addition, yes, addition won't work because it puts that white on top of it. And I think overlay makes the basic skin texture darker. So if you can see, so you can see the skin texture is actually being overlaid with that white. So in this particular case, multiply is exactly what we want. So as he gets punched more and more, we go along the timeline, he's getting punched more and more and more, and then he gets red in the belly. So those are at least 2 different ways that you can handle to animate coloring your basic skin texture any way you want. And hopefully that helps, and we will see you on the forums.